Alrighty.
Right.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Financial Planning for Comedians, Actors, Artists. I don't have an official name yet, but welcome. Here today I have, Genevieve Rice, and
Hi.
she's really awesome. She's a comedian, and I wanted to ask her what her financial planning advice would be. Tell me a little bit about yourself, what you got, your background a little bit.
Okay. Well, I've been doing stand-up for 10 years. I also run the Bird City Comedy Festival, which is in its second year. It's going on April 6th through 9th in downtown Phoenix. Tickets are at birdcitycomedyfestival.com. I'm also a realtor, so that's what I do for my day job. So it's not all comedy, but they're kind of mixed for me as well. So
sweet. So it's not like nothing gets too boring.
Oh no.
Good, 'cause
everything is different. Like that's what I love about basically my lifestyle is every day is a different duty. I don't really have a set schedule. Today I went to one of my rentals to help with a plumbing problem. I did some festival business, and now I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Woo! That sounds fun. Let's see. I'm gonna go with our first question here. So what do you do for like your own financial planning? Let's start with like daily. What do you do for financial planning daily? Anything that you do?
I don't really do anything daily. It's kind of it's mostly just weekly mostly.
Okay.
I try to I really keep up with I have a couple of LLCs. So what I do is I have expenses for all those LLCs and I track them in a spreadsheet. So I try to get those entered so I can keep track of expenses and what's deductible and stuff like that on a pretty regular basis. So I don't have to panic do it in the spring right before taxes are due. Yeah. So I do that, and then I also have I do look at stocks pretty often, maybe not daily, but a couple times a week at least. And so I try to keep up with those, and I do have a financial planner that helps me, and he works for my husband and me, and he actually calls us if there's any like changes in stock, if he has any other recommendations. So that's really, really helpful.
And then like, there's anything that you do like monthly, yearly for financial planning? Is it similar?
Yeah, pretty much. There is around tax time, which is about now. So
yes.
Yeah, there's a big push to get everything in order. I also, because I run a festival, we just had our first year, and after the first year, I kind of went through the budget and determined what worked and what didn't.
Yeah.
And where I was really losing money and what was the biggest gain. So it's really helpful for the next year, so I can make some wiser decisions.
The festival is an LLC as well?
Actually, the festival was an LLC, and then we're converting to a nonprofit this year.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Awesome. And then let's see. And so you talked about stocks. What is a financial planner? I thought about hiring one. I don't know about you guys, but I thought about hiring one. What's the cheapest you've seen to hire one at?
Well, it's really, I don't really know about rates, but I just would, if you know somebody that you trust, you can also just do that. I mean, you can also just keep up with the stocks as well, online and through the news and stuff like that. So.
Or your iPhone, like on the apps or
something. Like a stock app. That's great. I mean, what I really like is I have somebody that can handle that for me as well, because I don't use like E-Trade or anything like that. So,
have you ever used E-Trade or any sites, or never used sites for stocks?
I've never really used E-Trade or anything like that. So
okay.
So I don't really have any recommendation, but This was somebody we kind of inherited, our financial planner. So he's like a family friend. So we trust him, and
probably get a good rate with a family friend.
Yes,
if there is a rate.
Yeah. So get a family friend who knows about money.
Post on Facebook, right? Like who knows this?
You probably know somebody who has done this. I mean, at the very least, you can consult with somebody who has stocks, and most people will help you out. So,
like, what do they do and stuff? Like we're doing here today.
Yeah, exactly.
And I before we recorded, you were talking about some stocks that you like to do. There's certain stocks that you like. What are they?
Well, what I like is I like stocks that have like a dividend or a yield, because that way you get a cash flow from your stocks. And that way, like, not only are you making money when the stocks, grow and increase and stuff like that, but then you also get a percentage of the stocks when they grow. And it's a really great way to, to pay bills, and like it really depends on how much you have invested, but that's a way to make your money work for you, which is really what you want. If you have savings and you're trying to grow those savings, and it really like stocks and dividends and stuff like that, they really help for that.
And then what if because I'm sure some people watching don't really have a savings, like they might have $5. Like, is there any chance for them?
If you have $5, if you don't have any disposable income, mostly what you can do, the best thing you can do with your money is just keep your credit up, is just keep your credit score in good shape.
Okay. And
one of the best ways you can do that is just pay your bills on time. Like, that's one of the biggest credit factors, is just making sure that you pay your bills on time and you don't get behind. You don't have to pay them off, but you have to consistently make sure that you're doing the minimum payments and keeping up with that. I really like, as far as paying off debt, I really like the snowball method, where you kind of look at all of your debts and then you just pay off. You start with the lowest balance first and you pay that off. So that way you're paying off fewer bills.
I see. Yeah. That's cool.
So,
and you might find this shocking, but I actually worked for a credit card that doesn't report to the credit bureau.
That's nice.
Isn't it? But like the customers don't know that. But there are some of those out there. I don't know how I guess you'd have to Google it if you're interested. But it doesn't build credit, so it's like, maybe there's no point. But if you're late, it's perfect.
Yeah. If you're going to be irresponsible, get one that's not listed. But
if you want to be irresponsible, but this isn't what this is about. But still.
But yeah, I also keep up with your credit reports. There are lots of really excellent credit monitoring services that are free. My personal favorite is creditkarma.com, and you can it gives you all sorts of things, not only your credit score and your balances, or any kind of like collection accounts that you might have, which sometimes you find out by your credit report. I've had that happen a couple of times. So that way, and then they also give you credit card recommendations for credit cards that you're likely to be approved for, and then you can choose by different factors, like no annual fee, low APR, whether they do some kind of like cash back.
Those are nice, like points for airlines. And what do you think about, I like the site Mint for like, I guess, expenses, and they also suggest cards, so I just like the way the site looks. I like the little pie, it tells you where your money's going.
Yeah. Credit Karma is similar. Yeah. Okay. So I haven't really used Mint, but yeah, I definitely would recommend like any of those services. Anybody can use them, and they're just fantastic for keeping up with things without having to order your credit report
or just log into everything to see where you're at money wise. I like the Mint because you just log into one place.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't steal your identity, but if there's ever a breach, but it's worth the risk, I think. I don't know. So, and then I actually really like, for conservative. Okay, so back to the stocks really quick. You said you like certain stocks with dividends and high yields. Do you suggest investing in a like Tesla stock, which is I think it's like 300 to 600, or do you like the ones that are like $30, like or like I'm not penny stocks. I don't know if that's the term, but do you like the lower stocks that are just like they kind of are steady over time, they slowly grow over time, or do you like the ones that just go like, whew, like they're growing?
I'm more conservative. I want something, but I also have a diversified portfolio. Like I have some very conservative stocks like GE and Pfizer and stuff like that. Cool. Something that's more perennial. But I also kind of have some stocks like Tesla that are kind of up and down, but just because I like what they're doing.
Yeah. Them as a company.
Yeah. So like I basically like I have some. I got some McDonald's stock. Oh. I got some McDonald's stock right after they announced their all-day breakfast.
And that was was that recently or
that was last year?
Okay, because I don't go there. I'm sorry. I got soda once.
You are vegan, so that's there's not much
as
you
a
can
kid
do.
though. That was a treat,
Yep. If you eat meat, pretty good place to go.
Well, that's good. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. And so diversify, and then I like CDs, which are the certificate of deposit, and I like those. I don't know if you have experience, but the online CDs, they have a higher rate because they don't have a bank that you go into. I guess that's why. What do you think about CDs, the conservative route?
I really haven't used CDs too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I've pretty much I've done stocks. I've done mutual funds and stuff like that, but that's about it. Yeah.
Cool. And then for anyone watching, can you explain mutual funds a little bit?
Probably not very well.
Okay, maybe just Google it. I mean, yeah. I kind of think I know,
Yeah, I think I'm about there. I'm like,
okay.
I know that I've done well with them, but yeah.
Okay, so just Google that. That's cool. That's all right. And then so we talked about your favorite stock. And then, so we have some like questions from some people. These are from the Facebook. Oh, I just minimized it. I don't know why I did that. Hold on. I'm new to computers. Well, that's good. So this is a question. So Michael DeGrazio asks...
putting a nice Italian spin on that.
Yeah, I hope I did him justice. He has a skull for a picture. I don't know if that's true anymore. He may have changed his picture. But financial planning, how to structure a payment plan to contribute to retirement with intermittent income.
Well, I'm a realtor and a comedian, so that's pretty much my income is intermittent. So I'd say probably just take, when you get a paycheck, maybe put like a certain percentage in. Like, I mean, you can, especially with a 401k, I think you can put up to, I think it's $11,000 a year.
Oh, nice.
Without, basically, and that's tax-free.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's tax-free savings, so that's really nice.
Speaking of 401ks, really quick, did you ever have one when you worked at a corporation? Did you ever work at a corporation?
Yeah, I've had one. I worked for a retail establishment, and they gave us a 401k. And I was really young, though. I was 21.
That's cool. I mean, that's a great opportunity, right?
Yeah, it was very nice. I think what they did was they put part of my paycheck in the 401k that you could elect to put like 1 or 2% or something. Probably also, something? Yeah, they would match it up to a certain percentage. So if you have that, if you work for a corporation and you have that opportunity, I would highly suggest that. And
like as far as that goes, because I have that, I think half is already taxed, half of it isn't. Is that how that works? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. So sorry.
Okay, that's cool. I guess it depends on who you work for. And then, okay, well, let's see if there's another one. Here's another, we have some silly questions on here too, but has the quest for financial security prevented you from taking any risks? And that's from a comedian. He looks like he's a comedian. Dave Specht.
I think it's Specht, yeah. Good guy from Chandler.
Oh, yeah, she knows him.
Improv media. Yeah, I am financially secure, so right now, so like it really, there are a lot of risks I can take, and I feel very fortunate. But when I was first starting out with comedy, when I was a lot younger, yeah, there was a lot of things I couldn't quite do. Like you know, I've had to stay with jobs I didn't particularly love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just because, I mean, the longer you stay with the job, the longer you live in a certain place, that's it's better for you financially. Like you are better off kind of sticking in one place for a longer period of time if it works for you, if you're relatively safe.
If you're a gypsy, then it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in danger, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Or if your job's not just numbing, then, but, yeah, I definitely, like, didn't, there are definitely, like, things I stuck with a lot longer than I really kind of wanted to, just to, not have to pay for moving costs and not, so I could have vacation time, and stuff like that. So,
do you ever wish you wouldn't have stuck with it, or are you glad that you did? Stuck with whatever job or situation?
I mean, I think right now it's worked out fine. Mm-hmm. So like I pretty much remained unharmed. I mean, but I have some good stories from some not so great bosses, but
oh, fun.
Yeah. Maybe. But for the most part, it builds character.
It does. So. Yeah. If you ever want to ask her, if you ever run into her, she'll tell you maybe. And then this is from my friend, Camille Irene Hartmetz. Hello.
Hi.
She's an improviser, comedian. I think she just says improv only. What areas do comedic skills overlap in life and how?
Oh, I feel like it's everything. I mean, it really helps with your attitude in life. Since I started doing comedy about 10 years ago, I feel like mentally, I've just gotten fantastic coping skills for just about any situation. Mm-hmm. I mean, something terrible happens to you, I mean, comedy is there for you to help, alleviate the pressure, and everybody needs a good laugh. So,
I agree. That's great. That's a great answer. Let me see. Well, there's a person on here who answered her question, like a different person.
That's good.
John Palmer. This John Palmer guy, he's an improviser. He says, "I can answer that one, Camille. The bill arrives, and I laugh along and loud, and then pay it. I know, sounds so easy." That's how he wrote it. That's exactly like how he wrote it. So now I have some questions that are like, let's see if you take these seriously. Pat Russell, it's not related to financing, but it could be. If you can spin it towards financial planning. Pat Russell says, where do babies come from?
I would argue that they come from money. So.
Oh yes, that's so deep.
They come and they come from money, and they take your money. So.
Mm-hmm. You said come from money, come for money, and take. Okay.
Yeah.
Just money. Yeah, it's kind of scary having kids. Just for that.
Yeah.
Reason. So. And then my friend Scott Gesser, he's a comedian, plays guitar and has like albums out. He's like got some.
Yeah, he's with Sixth Sense, right?
Yes. Scott Gesser, and he says, "And where do they go? Where do they come from? Cotton Eye Joe." Do you have any answer to that?
On the road less traveled, I assume.
Oh,
maybe,
okay.
Maybe some babies. Maybe not all babies. But some.
Well, let's see if there's anything else. That was a good answer. That was good. Hope, Scott, you like that answer. Okay, and so is there anything else you want to mention financial planning-wise that we didn't cover? Or tips?
Let's see. Well, taxes. Tax time is coming up. Mm-hmm. If you haven't already started, I would start right now.
Yes.
And that would be no matter what your situation is. I mean, if you have an accountant, you should be in contact with them right now, basically, and giving them your receipts and all your W-2s and stuff like that. If you don't want to use an accountant, I really suggest going with a service like TurboTax. That's what I used in my simple 1040 easy days. Yeah. Days before I had LLCs and stuff like that. And I would, my birthday is at the end of January, so I used to get my W-2s and I used to do my taxes kind of for my birthday, so I'd get my refund very early.
Oh, that's great. Like a birthday refund.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, those were in the days where...
But now you owe money.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when taxes also didn't take days. So
or months or the weekly like calculating.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get there. Like last year and then this year it's just like I'm making more money from like comedy acting right now. So it's like just going up every year. So I'm like, I should probably do an LLC or something. Yeah,
but then once you get like the 1099s and stuff like that, the independent contractor, income forms, which you also get as a realtor.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You still owe on those.
They basically don't take out taxes. So so keep up with those.
And then another side I like, I don't know if there's really a difference. I think their fees might be smaller. Tax Act is another good one. I think their fee is five to 10 less than TurboTax. It's still like really great site, great customer service people. So
that's good. I like what I like about TurboTax is they keep your old returns. Like basically, I mean, you're supposed to keep your returns, I think, for 7 years.
Oh, I heard my mom told me 6. Yeah, 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, like you have like your paper copy, but they keep like a digital copy. So like, it makes it a lot easier if you return the next year, if you want to fill out some things, and they'll ask you about, do you have a W-2 from this employer you had last year? And
that's cool. And then they'll like pre-fill in your employer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tax Act only says like, you filed with us last year. Don't you want us to like fill in your name and social at least? Like I'll see if they do that. I didn't know that they did that. That's
cool. It's really helpful. So
to get it done quicker.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else?
Let's see. Is there anything you wish you had known financial planning wise when you were 21? That you know now. It might be a lot. You've given a lot of it away. You totally covered a lot of it, probably.
I think a lot of it is if you don't have a lot of money coming in, don't use credit cards as much. Okay. That might be common sense. Still did it a lot when I was very young, and took a long time to pay those off. So.
Oh man, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. And you went to school for do you go to school for anything? Realtor? Comedy school?
Okay. I did. To get your real estate license, you have to go to school, and it's not a long program. I think it's like 90 hours or something like that, and then you take a couple of tests, and then basically what you learn in school is about 10% of it you use. The rest of it is things like water rights, which you don't use very often in Arizona, but you just it's a lot of it's stuff you're like, all right, if it comes up in your professional life, you're like, all right, I know I need to research this more just so I have a refresher. So but a lot of it is learning on the job. So,
oh wow. Okay. So does it teach you anything, I guess, the realty school? Like not a lot?
Pretty much. Like I passed the test, did well, but I had to have like somebody like show me how to fill out a contract, and what kind of clauses to put in, and like what you do, and like practical knowledge and stuff like that. You have a broker to ask. So
well, that's good. So you're like just interning basically after you get your license.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I did that, and then you have like ongoing education, like every 2 years to renew your license. you have to take 24 hours of education.
Jeez. And that's through the whole year, right? Or do you have a month to take it?
You technically have a 2-year period to take it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I think most realtors probably do it in the 3 days before their license.
I think a realtor friend I know does that.
Yeah.
She told me.
Much, yeah.
She's like, I can't hang out. I can't talk to you. I have to do this.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that's pretty much it. Anything else you're working on now? I know it's Bird City.
Yep. Pretty much festival all the time.
She's really good too. I hope you guys go because it's really organized and pretty. And
this year is going to be super awesome. I'm really excited.
Wow. Like even more, because last year, her first year was organized, and she said she did everything. So is it more organized, even more and more organized?
We're in the second year, so like everything has been easier, and I hope not deceptively so. I hope I don't like get to the festival and there are just small fires erupting everywhere. But for the most part, like it's been going great. We did it the first year, and we had so much fun, and like. Maybe this year I'll be less exhausted.
I hope so, because I went. It was fun. It was really good. And then there's some shows that are going on that you miss, because like you want to go to all of them, but there's some at the same time.
Yeah, we're going to have about 40 shows total.
Is that more than last year?
Last year we had 33.
Oh, 7 more.
Yeah, we've got a whole extra day. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I mentioned this question before I recorded. I'm going to ask it just in case. For somebody who's lost their job, like their corporate job, what is like the first step they should take financially that you suggest? Maybe it's overlapping with your other answers, but...
Well, definitely. Unfortunately, I lost my job in 2009. I was unemployed for about 6 months. And that was really fun because I had about $100 in savings.
Oh my God. So, okay.
So,
yes.
basically, it really depends on your financial situation. If you have savings, if you've got a 401k, you can use those resources. That's the time to break those out. And, but if you've got student loans, there's a lot of things you can do. You can do deferment for a couple months. You could even do forbearance, which is basically for any financial hardships. Some of your credit cards will have, they have payment protection plans where if you lose your job, they'll actually pay your card balance for a couple months.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're usually like, a certain fee or something like that. But that I had that on a couple cards and it came in